Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, it does not cost you anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And this is the star card. This is your star. This is your guiding light. This is your sense of purpose, your destiny. This is the path that you are on or you are trying to find. This is your lighthouse in a dark sea. Okay? We're going to put that into some context. Let's see if we are discovering something, or let's see if we are making progress on a path that's already known to you. All right? For that, we need a few more cards. Oh, we've got a 6 of Pentacles. Your star is leading you toward material success, right? Toward fulfillment, satisfaction, but abundance, lucrative energy. This is money, right? This is a path that's going to have physical rewards, all right? We've got the Leo energy, the Lust or Strength card. We've got the Adjustment card. We've got another Leo card. This is a fixed fire energy. Right? This is the Prince of Wands that goes with the Lust card. This is very fixed, fiery energy. So I feel, Libra, that you're in a very, very certain energetic state. Okay? I think you've made the decision. I think you have this beautiful discernment about you and this fixed fire energy. Your will it's certain. You know what this path is. This is a guiding light that you are already following, and look where it's leading you. And look where it's leading you. This could be you now, really, the Queen of Pentacles. You could be looking back on this situation and appreciating all of this, because this is what brings you to your success. All right? This is what brings you to the life that you want. Maybe this is your future self. Your future self is thanking you for doing all of this right now. What else do we have? 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords, Magician. Okay. This is what we have to get through to get to the Magician. The Magician is the one then that loops back around to the past or the present and does this work. Has this certainty, has this fixed energy, has the discernment, has the ability to judge and weigh options, and has the ability to really judge every situation, every action, every moment in life is a judgment. Every moment in life is a decision for you. Are you following your star and getting to your material success, your worldly success and abundance, this lucrative, prosperous, thriving energy? Are you fulfilling your earthly destiny? Right? We all have a spiritual destiny, a spiritual purpose. And does it correspond? Does your spiritual path correspond with your physical earthly path? Well, in order to get through and activate this energy, we've got to get through all of this really nasty air stuff. We're overthinking it, right? We're spending a lot of time focusing on what does not work or did not work. Well, your future self wants you to activate this major arcana energy, 1, 2, and 3, 4, right? To really bring your spiritual purpose. Now, before we get into that, let's select the mystery card. Bonus card, confirmation card. I think this is really intense. I don't think your life is going to ever be the same after this, because we are activating this Magician energy. The Magician is the one that is in charge of the 4 elements. Okay, remember that. Mystery card over here. And we're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right there on top. That card's going to tie everything together at the end. give us our confirmation. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that is, you want to take a guess, make a prediction, put it down in the comments below. All right, let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise. Okay, now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana energies. 4, okay? And the magician is the one that's in charge of the 4. The 4 represents the solid material world. It represents things being crystallized, being materialized, being manifested. Okay, making an appearance here in the world of forms, right? The world of the senses. So when we see these 4 major arcana energies, this is telling me that your spiritual path is manifesting on earth as your earthly path. I think that this is an indication that your will is one. That your spiritual work and your physical earthly work are the same, are united. One is a reflection of the other. Okay? That's what we're striving for. And that is reflected as well in the Queen of Pentacles. This is water and earth. This is an earthly life that is full of depth and meaning and purpose, creativity, spirituality, love, compassion. This is your future self with all of these qualities. And in order to become this, we have to make some changes in the way we're thinking about things, all right? And that's this air energy on the path of the serpent, right? So maybe we start over here on the path of the serpent, yeah? 8 of Swords. What are you worried so much about? What is it that we're trying to figure out? Maybe we feel there's a disconnect between our spiritual aspirations and the physical work, our physical lives that we're leading. Our choices, right? The things we believe we should do, the spiritual kind of energy that we have, doesn't really line up with the choices we're making. Maybe that's it. But we're trapped in our minds. There's this kind of mental prison thing going on. We're overthinking something. Okay? What we want to do is get to the best and truest version of ourselves. Libra, this is your superpower card. This justice or adjustment card. This is your superpower. And your future self wants you right now in the present moment to activate this superpower, which is discernment, which is judgment, which is clarity, which is assigning value, weighing the relative worth of things and how we're moving forward, how we're manifesting our destiny, our divine light. Right? Are you living a life that is in line with your ideals? Are you living a life that is filled with purpose and meaning? I think we're having a mental dilemma right now. I think we're trying to figure out, what am I doing wrong? Maybe we don't feel the connection in our life. Indeed, we see the 9 of Swords in the position of our environment. This is how we are relating to our environment, the connections. We feel that our life there's been pain. There's been maybe the loss of relationships. There's been breakups. There's been, we feel that we are attacked. We feel that we are, we're on the receiving end of some of these poisonous daggers, right? Nobody wants to feel that way. Nobody wants to feel that way. The one thing I want to point out, though, is that these are Swords cards. We don't have any water cards. Right? We've got major, 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 major. We've got fire. We've got air. And we've got earth. We don't have any water cards. So whatever this is, this mental energy, whatever's going on in your mind, whatever's going on in your relationships, in your earthly life, right? The problems, the relationships, the breakups, the losses, the pain that we feel, just know that it's not destroying you. You know what I mean? It's not, I don't know how to approach this in a responsible way, right? It's difficult for me. Because I feel like this is something very real, and we do feel it. We feel it physically, we feel it emotionally. It's a visceral experience. But it's not penetrating to your spirit. Your spirit remains untouched, unchanged, right? Completely whole. So we have to find a way to activate this spiritual energy and overcome these challenges in our relationships, in our external lives. There's no easy way to talk about this. There's no easy solution, right? But we feel that bad stuff is always happening to us. You know, we feel like, why can't I get out of this rut? You know, everywhere we turn, there's something negative. There's just a bad day after bad day, bad luck after bad luck. We're always on the receiving end of these daggers, right? Why is everybody throwing, their daggers at me? Okay. But we have to realize that your true essence is something that these other people cannot touch. That the meaning and the purpose and the focus, your guiding light, that star, that is you, your spirit and soul cannot be touched by these daggers. Okay? It doesn't mean that it's not painful, right? But I think what it does mean is that we have to make difficult choices. 2 of Swords. We have to make a choice every moment. Again, you're activating your superpower. The ability to judge, right? The ability to criticize and to discern and to make a value judgment on something. We always say we don't want to judge, No, that's true. You're not judging the intrinsic value of something. You're judging the relative value of everything. You have to. You have to in life. So that's the obstacle for you, is to kind of see, well, I'm not supposed to judge things or people or circumstances or situations, I'm supposed to be accepting and yielding and take things as they come. Yes, that is true. But at the same time, you have to make decisions that are going to allow you the best chance of expressing your spirit in the world, of letting your spirit soar in this earthly life, of manifesting your divine energy, again, of doing this. Reaching your earthly success and your spiritual goals, your aspirations, and manifesting the kind of life that you want. We have to be discerning. We have to make choices. We have to assign a value to everything in our lives and determine whether or not it's for us and whether or not we are going to say yes or no to these things. And that's the decision of the 2 of Swords, yes or no. So we sometimes have this idea that we've just got to accept everything that comes our way. Well, then we get stuck in an 8 and 9 of Swords. We don't want this. So we've got to judge. We've got to judge that and say, no, I don't want that. So I'm making decisions now. I'm judging the value of things. You are well within your kind of spiritual rights to judge things, to assign a value to everything around you, every person, every place, everything, every event, and even your own thoughts and words and deeds. That's your superpower, right? This is something you're good at. You're seeing the value of things. And we're making decisions based on that, but you're not doing so blindly. You don't have any delusion that you're determining the intrinsic value, what something's actual real worth is, their absolute worth. No. But relative to you, some things are good, some things are bad. Right? A bunch of sugar is good for yeast or whatever, but bad for a diabetic. Right? You have to judge that. Is it good for me? Is it not good for me? And that primarily, in your case now, I think has to do with relationships. Friendships, family members, friends, romantic things, all of it, everything. All right? Because this 8 and 9 of Swords, and the 2 is the difficult thing. But doing that allows us this realization that, yes, I can control my fate. That I can get out of a life that is primarily occupied with this kind of energy. That you are the magician, you are the creator of your own reality, your own life. So this card, again, loops back around here to this, your power card, superpower card, the justice, the adjustment card, evaluating things. The evaluation of every thought, word, and deed, every decision, every person, place, or thing, so that you make sure you're following your starlight to your physical, earthly success, well-being, wholeness, harmony, to get to the best version of your future self, to please your future self. You want the future you to be very thankful that you did this, and it will be. Look at this, Queen of Pentacles. This is very good energy. And to do that, we have to arm ourselves on both sides, top and bottom. When we're going on this path, we have to watch out for things coming from above and things coming from below, things coming from within you, things coming from, again, outside of you. And this is that fixed fire energy. This is saying I'm making a decision and I'm pushing forward, I'm staying on course, and nothing will throw me off of this divine path. Now, these two cards have a very special relationship. This is the courage for you to go through these storms, to power through the mental energy. We need courage to deal with all of this kind of mental, because really, in a way, everything that happens is happening in our minds, right? Inside of us. That's where we are, relatively speaking. That's where we are. We're inside of this thing. We're looking out, okay? And this card, the Lust card, is your courage to go through all of these things, to weather the storm, to realize that there's something within you that none of these things can touch. And so we have this courage and bravery to go through them, to get out of them, to weather the storm, to change the things that we can change, and to power through the things that we cannot change. Yeah. And that brings us to our very absolute best life. Okay. This is intense. Life will not be the same after this, in a very good way. You don't want the same. This is the same. Life will not be this. Okay? Life will be full of discernment, judgment, evaluation, your spiritual path, your determination, your fixed will, your magical creative thinking, your creative energy, your decision making, your discernment. This is really, really nice. Because I think we've been here kind of saying, how do I get out of this? Why does this keep happening all the time? Why do I keep getting myself, why do I keep getting hurt over and over and over again? Now, I'm not trying to victim blame. No. The only thing that we can control are our own decisions, our own actions. So that's what we have to put to use. This is the material that the magician has to work with. The only thing that we can work with is our own body, our own mind, our own heart, our own soul, our own creative spirit. It's us. We control us. We don't control other people. Okay? We have to take responsibility for where we are and what we're doing. Okay? Not blaming us. Not blaming anybody. It's not really about blame. That's, again, blame is just kind of it's another trap. It's another snare of the mind. We get wrapped up in that and we're still not doing anything. We're just blaming, right? This is just saying, it is what it is, and I've got to make some changes. I've got to grab the wheel of this ship and I've got to steer it. Because maybe we are on this dark ocean and we feel that we're just one storm after the other. We're just getting tossed around. Our ship is we're just not in control. We're just getting knocked around by the waves all the time, constantly, right? Well, we've got to grab the wheel. This is us grabbing the wheel, fire on the top, fire on the bottom. It's grabbing the wheel with both hands, equal pressure, right? Push your hands against each other, right? That's the kind of energy we need to stay right in the center. We're pushing equally both sides to keep things straight. We got both hands on the wheel, right? So we're not oversteering either way. And we're getting to this best life. We're getting to this Six of Pentacles, this success, this harmony, this beautiful. This is really, these are all the good days in front of you. And this is a big contrast with these Swords cards. We want every day to be a good day. Of course, there are going to be more storms. Again, we can't control other people. We can't control the world, right? We can control the elements, and those elements are within us. Fire, water, air, and earth within us. We can control that. And that allows us to successfully navigate this dark ocean, being guided by the starlight to get to the very best version of ourselves, our enlightened consciousness, our successful and fulfilled life. Let's look at that mystery card. I want some water. All this talk, we don't have any water energy except what's inside of your future self. So I want water with this. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. 9 or a 10 of cups. 10 of cups would be blessed right now. Well, we've got the Lover's card. And I think that this is good. This is better than the water energy. I think the water energy, again, it's in here. It's already there. It's in the future. It's fine. This is what we are. This is what we're doing. Now, I say that we have to evaluate, we have to make choices, we have to decide, we have to weigh things out, we have to assign a worth and a value to things relatively in our lives. This is us in every moment of every day, every thought, word, and deed. We are choosing ourselves, we are choosing our destiny, we are making the right choices. And nobody's perfect, of course, we're going to fail sometimes, But this is what we're striving for. This is the ideal, right? The Lover's card. We're always choosing that self-love. We're always making the right choices for ourselves to get to the best version of ourselves, to get to the future life that we want. Yes, sometimes we're going to make a mistake. That's okay. But that's what the Lover's card is. It doesn't really have to do with relationships per se. It's not romantic. It doesn't have to be, it could be, but it doesn't have to be. What this card is the choice and the commitment to that choice. We're choosing ourselves, we're choosing love, and we're committing to that. This card is all about you uniting with those things that are meant for you, being committed to this process. And so, yes, that's people, that's places, that's things that we determine, that we evaluate with our spiritual discernment. Remember, your superpower card. With our spiritual discernment, we decide what is for us and what is not. Those things that are for us, we choose, we commit to, and we are strong and adamant in those choices and those bonds. Friends, family, places, all this stuff. To the exclusion of what is not meant for us. We fight strongly for the people that we love, and we reject strongly those things that are not meant for us. Okay? And this is your superpower, Libra. All right, we need to activate it. We're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, there's a link up there. There's one down below. New readings for Libra every Wednesday and Saturday, but I am here every day, 6 a.m. Chicago time. You can come back tomorrow and we can talk again. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Does not cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.